Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be exploring the top 5 strategies for working effectively with Generation X. If you're new here, my name is Michael and I am a higher education professional that is based in Los Angeles, California. And on this channel, we explore strategies and tips in the areas of people management and productivity to help you be a more effective leader. While I was in my doctoral program and did my dissertation, I explored the areas of generational differences in the workplace. I did so because it's a very hot topic and something that we do need to navigate because every generation has a different set of work values that they bring into the workplace, and it's very important to know and understand these differences to be able to effectively work with the varying generations that are in the workspace. So Generation X was born between the years of 1965 and 1980, and often they're deemed as the lost generation. And this is because they are kind of sandwiched in between two bigger generations of the baby boomers and also the millennials. So oftentimes, not only in name, but also in the workspace, they can feel a little bit lost. So as with all generations, Generation X has positive attributes and it also has negative attributes, generally speaking. In terms of the positive attributes, Generation X is very resourceful. They're also very independent because oftentimes they had two working parents. They are also very tech savvy and they are also very flexible in the workspace. In terms of the negative attributes of Generation X, they're often apathetic in the workplace, and this is because they are that lost generation where they're kind of sandwiched in between the two major generations of the baby boomers and Generation X. So oftentimes they could feel that they don't have as much of a voice at the table as those two major generations of employees. They are also very cynical oftentimes in the workspace, and they're not as focused on being teamwork oriented, where they rely upon their independency more, and they are not as focused on being team players in the workplace. So like I said, Generation X straddles two major generations. So it's really important to have tips and tricks to be able to strategize to effectively work with this generation and really motivate them to be effective leaders in their workspace. So tip number 1 is ensuring that they have a voice in change management. This is really important. They want to be able to have their voices heard. They want to be able to know that not just the baby boomers and the millennials are having that voice at the table, but when it comes to change management and things that are going on in the organization that are going to drive it forward, ensure that they have a say and a voice in those areas and discussions. Tip number 2, make sure they have autonomy over their work. Like I mentioned before, they are very independent, so assuring that they have autonomy in their work is vitally important to ensuring their success. Tip number 3 is integrity and ethics are a huge part of the makeup of Generation X and what they embody and what they value in the workplace. So ensuring that your workspace is ethical and making sure that you lead in a very transparent way is going to drive Generation X to be more driven and successful in the workplace. Tip number 4, unlike our baby boomers that more live to work, Generation X is all about work-life balance. So providing them with the benefits and the resources to have a work-life balance is essential to ensuring that they're effective in the workspace. And then finally, tip number 5, providing them with meaningful work is absolutely essential. Generation X doesn't want to be doing work that is not driving the organization forward, that they find meaningless, that they find that is very robotic. They want work that is very meaningful and that gives them purpose in the workplace. So I hope this video provides you with some practical tips for navigating working effectively with Generation X. And I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because next week we're going to be uncovering the strategies and tips for effectively working with the millennial generation. Also, if you're looking for even more strategies and tips to implement in your workplace, be sure to click on the link in the description of this video and I will email you a free PDF resource that you could implement right away in your jobs for navigating these issues related to generations. In the meantime, be sure to check out my video here as it relates to the baby boomer generation and effectively working with them.